Hey guys, okay, we're going to be replacing the radiator in this 2006 Dodge Ram 1500 today. I gotta get some new pistons, but this works in the meantime. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is drain the rest of the coolant out of the rad. So this is the main rad here. It's leaking somewhere on the side here, so we're going to replace it. You go under here. Your drain plug is located right there. I took mine right out. You can just get onto it with a pair of pliers or the right size socket. You can turn it out, I think one full turn and just leave it in, or you can just take it right out like I did. And then you want to drain the entire radiator. Okay, so next you got to get the fan off. So put a pipe wrench or a big wrench onto this nut here. It's counterclockwise to loosen it. Get a good bite on it. Try it first just by hitting with a hammer. There may be enough tension on your serpentine belt. If there's not enough tension on your serpentine belt, you can put a 3/8 ratchet into the square hole of the tensioner here and put more tension on the belt if it's slipping. We may have to, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to put some more tension on it. Actually, I think we might have got it there the first try. Okay, so next at the bottom of your windshield washer tank, you got to pull the line off. And if you don't want to lose all the coolant because you're cheapo like me, you just put a hose on the end with a stick in it and a little hose clamp. Keep you from losing all that windshield washer fluid. Pull this hose out of the little track, put it off to the side. Disconnect the pump wiring, lift up on the red tab. And then your level sensor. You can take your cap off if you want it to drain a little faster. And then take off this overflow tube. There's two 10mm bolts right here. One here holding the reservoir. Then you should be able to lift your whole reservoir right out. And that's what that looks like, just a piece of tube on there. That's the level sensor, that's the motor. Okay, we gotta get the fan shred out of the way, but you gotta remove the upper rad hose. You might have a gear clamp. I think this is the original clamp on mine. And then twist it. Put that over there so it's out of the way. There's a 13mm bolt right here. And there's a 13mm bolt right here. Below the filler neck. And then the bottom is just sitting on little clips. Pull that out. Next we're going to remove the lower rad hose. I'm just underneath removing that hose clamp. And then get a drain pan because you're gonna lose some fluid. I'm gonna put the drain pan there and do it from the top so I'm not under it. Thing just twist it off. Okay, there's a 10mm bolt right here, or nut, and a 10mm nut right here. And the bolt goes through the bottom of the rad and into your power steering cooler, the little rad looking thing at the bottom. I'll show you the front in a sec. So put your socket on there, and then you're going to have to hold the front with a 10mm wrench. You can see the bolt that I'm holding is right there, that rusty one down in the front, just holding it with a 10mm. If it's too rusty, you're going to have to use channel locks or something to hold it, just to keep it from spinning. There's the bolt. Okay, there's a 10mm bolt here to loosen the rad. And one right here. Okay, this will allow you to move the rad back a bit. And then right here is a 10mm bolt holding your tranny cooler. Take that out. And the two tranny cooler lines are snapped into the side of the plastic. So move those. That'll let that go free, and then you should be able to pull your rad right out. Just like that. I just want to show you the tranny cooler lines there. So that's where that the plastic clip on the side of the rad was. You need to put this raised bump spot here and here in between the two plastic clips. There's the plastic clip, so that little bump spot goes in between there. Keeps it from moving forward or backwards. Okay, so we got the new one here. We just got to transfer over just a couple things. Grommets. For the overflow. And the new one doesn't come with a cap, so you'll have to either reuse your cap or grab a new one. We're going to put this down in here. And secure the tranny cooler. Okay, so there's a little knob that sticks down from your rad that drops into a rubber grommet. And then next we'll put our power steering cooler rad back up. Put our two mounting bolts back through. Put this lower rad hose back on. Back in. Make sure it rests on those tabs. Put our upper rad hose back. Give it just a quick snug. You don't really need to go crazy because it's self-tightening. That's it. When it spins, just the rotation of the belt sort of tightens it with the resistance from the air. And then these two tabs here will engage those slots down there. That's what holds the bottom. We're in there. Put this on. I'm going to reconnect the washer line, take off my temporary hose, that one back on, and then feed it back into the channel in the two tanks. Reconnect our wires. You can't really mess them up because they can only go on to the right one. Press the little red tab back down. Okay, so I've got this funnel adapter on here. You don't need this, you can just use a normal funnel, but I have this one that has an adapter. It's made for filling radiators. It allows you to keep fluid on the system as you're filling it and bleeding in the air. So basically, I'm gonna fill the radiator up till it can't take any more fluid. And then I'm gonna start the vehicle, turn the heat on high, and basically we're just waiting until the system bleeds all the air out and you stabilize your coolant level. And then at the end of the day, you want the expansion tank to have fluid between the add and full mark. And I'm using this turbo power. This is approved fluid for this type of vehicle. This is HOAT fluid, hybrid organic additive technology, which is what Mopar recommends. Turn the heat on high. All right, so it won't take any more coolant. I've had it running for about 15 minutes. The heat inside is blowing hot. And then just, yeah, make sure you keep your coolant between the add and full there, and you should be good to go. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you.